Okay, hi everyone. My name is Rox. I want to showcase a game I've been working on called 3D Dungeon Crawler. I've been developing it for about a month. Um, the game is intended for D&D users to visualize their character in a 3D environment online. There are games that do this in 2 dimensions online, such as Roll20 or Tabletop Simulator. But you really miss the third dimension in these games. Um, so if there is a cliff or a character can fly, this becomes very complicated and it's hard to keep track of these things because it's all layered in 2 dimensions. In person, if you meet in person for your D&D groups, there are battle maps and miniatures, but these can be expensive. They get really expensive the better they look. So I'm going to get started showing you some basic features of the game. So let's get started and I will spawn myself in. So here I am. I am a halfling rogue. This character, his name is actually Cow, so let's rename our character and our tag will be renamed as such. The host is the Deep Gnome for now. That's how I connected. And starting off, let's look at character or camera movement. So WASD will move the camera around your character in a sphere, and Q will move backwards, E will move forwards, and let's get started on movement. So you can click on the character and you will become transparent and your character will start to move. So if you click to that position, in the left-hand side, in the left bottom corner, you can see the distance you will move. And you will move that and then it will reset to 0. But let's say you didn't want to go down a straight path and maybe there's walls in the way that you want to walk around. You can right click here and you can set waypoints along. And then you could say, oh, I want to walk around this route. This is 40 feet, 45 feet to walk this, which maybe some characters it can be doable. I'd have to probably dash as a halfling. The last part of movement is rotating. So let's say I wanted to look at my friend here, just to give it a little bit more immersion. I could rotate, rotate 45 degrees. So now I can look at him. Now you've seen little lines come up every time the mouse comes over this other character here. And that helps with showing the range of things. So let's say you have a bow and arrow or a crossbow. It only has a range of, I don't know, 30 feet. Well, you hover over the character and in the bottom left, it'll tell you how far away they are. Or if you have a ranged spell attack, you can do this as well. But let's move over here. You can see the distance starts to increase as you go farther away. Now, the last thing I wanted to show in this video was flight. So we can click the fly button and page up will bring you up 5 feet. Everything works onto the grid. This is just for simplicity because it could become infinitely difficult if all these things didn't lock to the standard 5-foot grid. But page up and page down to go up and down. Movement goes around with the arrow keys. So, forward is forward. They are locked to the world at the moment, not to your local character. So if you rotate, it will not seem like forward is forward. So we can move up and down. Then from here, we can see how far that player is. It'll tell you the true distance. Whereas, Roll20, You can't do this if you have a battle map and you're meeting in person. You can't do this really as well unless you have a ruler. You hold it up to the figures and then you look down at them. Let's rotate him so he kind of looks like he's looking at them. So spacebar is what you use to lock your movement. So you move the guy with the arrow keys, hit spacebar, he moves. Currently you cannot fall because that will break the character. Not in any serious way, you just become invisible. So you drop down, you become invisible. This is because mechanics change with flight, and nothing gets reset, so your ghost that indicates where you're going to move to is still there, but the initial character has disappeared. Okay. That's fine. That's something I will fix at a future date, but for now, these are some of the basic features I have to show, and I will come back and show more features, hopefully, as time goes on. Thank you, and that's all.